Here with Packers wide receiver Jayden Reed. Jayden, the season's almost started. How excited are you to get going?
Man, it's great, man. I really can't even believe it's already year two. So, man, I'm ready to get back at it with the guys and, just ready to put on film, all the work we put in. So.
Last year was a memorable one for you, broke a lot of records. I think there's one out there where it's like first ever rookie receiver to have a certain amount of receptions and touchdowns and rushing touchdowns. When you hear that and you approach this season, what's your mindset to avoid what people consider a sophomore slump?
Man, I just, never get complacent, man. It's always room to get better, and, it's a lot of things that I can also work on, with all the good things I did. So just having the right mindset, never get complacent, and, just always finding ways to get better.
What did you do this offseason to make sure that is a thing this year?
Really just, staying on the playbook, so, knowing what to do is the first thing so you can play fast. And, just working on my insteps, certain routes, getting in and out quicker and, little things like that.
It's cool to see after roster cuts that there's 6 wide receivers in this room and you guys are all familiar with each other. I know you've probably been asked a lot, what's the potential of this room? Yep. But just how excited are you to keep the same playmakers and the same guys that you know have so much potential?
Yeah, that's just all up to us sticking together, as brothers. It started with the brotherhood and, we all care for each other. We all want each other to make plays. So that's what keeps this group strong. And, we just got to continue to, cheer for each other and go out there and battle for each other.
If I'm not mistaken, you and Tay went down to Florida this summer. Yep. How has that relationship continued to build, and what was that experience like?
I mean, that's been my brother, really since day one. So, just really building our relationship, just, knowing how to work with each other, knowing how to encourage each other because, we know each other so well. We just know how to build each other up and, make sure we're at our best at all times.
Year 2 for you, last training camp. I know we were talking a little and you said it's so cool to see all the fans out, and that's a cool experience. This being season number 2, what was your favorite part about training camp, knowing that you kind of already had one in the bag and you knew what to expect?
Really, for me, it just felt like home this time. It just felt like returning home. So, it was just exciting seeing the fans out there, inspiring the youth and everything like that. So that's really my main deal. I like to inspire people because I also been there before. So, always giving people motivation that, they can do it too.
Last season, your first NFL game, you said you spent a pretty penny getting your family out to Chicago, a good 30, 40 people.
Oh, yeah.
I assume that won't be the case in Brazil?
No, nobody's going to Brazil, so it's a lot going on down there, so I don't really got to worry about that this year.
But how cool is that you get to start a season in a different country?
Really cool, man. I've never been to Brazil, so, it'll be, fun just to see the scenery and everything and just see the difference.
In terms of this being the first ever NFL game in Brazil, you expecting anything? When you heard the Packers were playing in Brazil game 1, what was your first thought?
It's crazy, no doubt. You definitely hear a lot of things that's going on down there. I'm just really going with the flow and just see what happens once we get there. But my expectations is just go down with a winning mindset and just, go win a football game.
You mentioned winning. How far can this team take this thing?
Man, as far as we wanted to go. So, we got all the pieces we need. We got all the guys we need and all the coaches, everybody in the organization, we got a great group around here that can take us to the promised land.